breaking news, Patriots. I got some great news for you. We may have the biggest interview in world history coming up. I'm not talking about Elon and Trump. I'm not talking about Tucker and Trump. I'm talking about Joe Rogan and Trump. It's happening Friday. There's been speculation about it for several weeks now. And we'll go ahead and get into the few details that I do know about it. I got several things I want to bring to y'all today. Hopefully, everybody is voting, early voting, and paying attention to their vote if they're shoving their paper ballot into the machine or if they're using the machine and it's printing out a paper ballot. It is definitely at this point because we've had problems here in Texas and Tarrant County. Actually, Tarrant County is trending today behind this issue. Check your ballots. We've had only a few people so far, but votes actually being switched from one candidate to the other. And of course, it ain't the way we want it, it's the way you would think. Um, but let's go ahead and get into a couple things I want to talk about. I got a few clips for you today, some interesting information as well. It's mostly all about the vote. Yes, folks, we have got Joe Rogan and Trump going to do a sit down interview. I'm sure there will be 50 million people watch it, 100 million people watch it. Joe Rogan has about 50 or 60 million subscribers between his four major platforms that he's on. But it says, groundbreaking interview in the making. Donald Trump set to appear on Joe Rogan's show here in Austin, Texas this Friday. All right, Trump will be in town. I'm not too far from Austin here, just a few hours away. It says former President Donald Trump is gearing up to make a groundbreaking appearance on Joe Rogan, immensely popular podcast coming up Friday, according to Politico. Rogan is a media juggernaut, over 14 million Spotify followers, and has been for a long time the king of podcasting world, maintaining his status as the top-rated host. No doubt about it. It has been confirmed by Joe Rogan and Trump, Reuters, Politico. It's a fact now. It's happening, folks. Tarrant County here in Texas, which is Fort Worth. Um, they have a different voting system than we do here in McLennan County, which is Texas as well. Every county in Texas can decide what kind of machines they want to use. If they want to use machines, if they want to use paper with the machines. Here in this county, in 2022, here in Waco, we went from using like an iPad, Smartmatic, to now using fill out the ballot, paper ballot with little bubbles, A, B, or C, whatever your choices are. And when you complete it, you feed it into a machine. The machine basically takes a photocopy of the results and spits the piece of paper, the ballot, into basically a locked sealed box, and it tabulates the vote according to the bubbles on the machine. Kind of like what they use in the TAS test when you were back in school. That seems to be the best system. That's what we went to in 2022 here in my county, and that's what we're using this year as well. Now, Tarrant County has decided to go to a system, I believe it's in 2019, where you're getting paper ballots as a second fail safe, but it starts off where you do all your picking and choosing on the machine still, and then the machine prints out your choices, and in theory, your choice on screen and your choice on the paper should be the same, and then it goes into the box and it's tabulated as well. Uh, Both systems work pretty good. Every state has got a little different system according to how you vote, and even different counties have different systems as to how you vote, whether you're using machines, paper only, paper and machines, different type machines. It's all contract work. But at any rate, in Tarrant County, we have a few people that have got some testimonials that are not happy about their votes getting switched. So I'm going to ask everybody, when you go vote, however you vote, please pay attention and make sure that your vote is not being switched. Make sure your vote is being counted with everything you can do. The poll workers and the poll watchers are going to try to keep an eye on that stuff, but it's your job to make sure that you're not voting for Kamala Harris by proxy of the machine or something, because they're at least admitting it's happening. What I notice more than anything about this is people are not going to let this election be cheated and it not be noticed. People are on Twitter every minute of the day looking for any shenanigans in these elections. And when we find out anything goes wrong, even one machine is acting stupid in one county, these reporters are on it like a duck on a June bug, and I love it. I'm glad to see this election this time will be reported on in real time. And like I said, we've got early voting started in several states. This is the first real issue I've seen as far as machine issues uh, in the early voting. But it does look good. The numbers are looking great for Trump at this point. If the numbers stay the way they are all the way up till November 5th, and then a huge percentage of the Republicans vote on Election Day, November 5th, we'll win. Because right now, Trump and Kamala Harris are pretty much neck and neck in a lot of states in the early voting. And if it turns out that they stay neck and neck in a lot of states till the end of early voting, and then Election Day happens, November 5th, it's over. Because there is a big portion of the Trump supporters that will only vote on Election Day. And that's just the facts. It says, breaking news. Voters in Tarrant County, Texas are reporting that voting machines are flipping votes. From Trump to Kamala, the voters are urging everyone to check their printed paper ballot before submitting them. Reports were that people were selected who selected Trump on the screen were seeing Harris on the printed paper, according to Tarrant County GOP Chair Bo France. Okay, it says, the stuff boils my blood. Let me go ahead and we'll hit the video. I'm going to let him tell you.
James Carpenter. I just voted in the White Settlement election. I voted for one president, checked it on the video screen. When I got the paper ballot, it had the other candidate's name on it. Check your paper ballots, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Lucas Clark, and I voted here at White Settlement Library in Fort Worth. I was in line for about 45 minutes, and there were two people that came out and said that their ballots were changed. So everybody double check your printed out ballots. They go in there and they vote, and once they print out their ballot, it's different. So.
Wow. Hate to hear that it's happened, even if it's only happened a few times. What would make the machine do that? Is somebody on the other end pushing buttons? Is this thing directly hooked up to the internet? I need to know. County for confirming what this man in this video said is true. I would still like an answer to how this occurred, because it has happened once. It will happen again. Thank you, X, for giving us the ability to share this widely so that it has been addressed. So that it can be addressed. Please continue to share anything suspicious or irregular during this election season. And right here is the letter from Tarrant County Elections Update. And he said it confirmed it happened. We know it happened. We don't know why, but we need to watch for it, and the individual voter needs to watch for it. That's my main message right here. If you've already voted, let me know in the comment section. Tell me what state you're in. That'd be appreciated. I'd like to know most of my listeners are voters. I was talking to a girl earlier today that I talk to about politics all the time, and she's asking me, how do I register to vote today? I'm like, you're about a week late. I said, the only way you can vote today and vote now in Texas is vote by mail-in ballot. If you're sick or anything, or know you're going to be out of town on the day of the election, I said you can go ahead and do an absentee ballot, get that back in. You've only got several days to do that, till the 25th to do that. So time's a ticking for anybody that needs to vote. Register to vote and get out to vote, depending on your status. Now, every state has cookie companies that make political cookies at election time. It seems to be a pretty good gimmick. I've seen this in several states. But it does seem like Pennsylvania is the one that always has the big to-do every election season about their cookie sales. They'll have, like, last time it was Biden and Trump cookies, and whoever sold the most cookies, in theory, was going to be the winner of the election. And it's been pretty accurate for a lot of years in history as far as these cookies. You basically get the pulse of the people. It says this bakery in PA posed the popularity of candidates by how many themed cookies they'll sell. Trump is outselling Kamala 4-1 at this particular bakery. Look at the numbers on this bakery right here. We've shipped to 50 states, all 50 states, and we are shipping Trump cookies. We took the Trump cookies versus the Kamala Harris cookies. The tally is about less than 10% for Kamala. 28,000 Trump cookies been sold, and 2,000 Kamala Harris cookies been sold. Ooh, if that's the forecast of the election, that says a lot. And there are several companies that sell these cookies and things, but it seems like the numbers are all swaying heavily towards the Trump cookies. I hope it's a sign, folks. It's supposed to be. Now, this here, I think, is about the craziest video as I've seen. This is a few days old. I think it's about a week old. But I was thinking about this, and I figured it's election time. This makes a lot of sense to bring this up now. These are school kids that are not of age to vote. So keep that in mind when I'm bringing this video. It's a video from Libs of TikTok. Great channel for exposing the left views, the weirdness, the trans confusionism, and even the twisted teachers. Well, we got another twisted teacher here, folks. Matter of fact, I think there's several people at that school that are twisted. And what they're doing is they're trying to force these kids into having a mindset. You pick this one, you get the prize. You pick this one, you get the punishment. They're trying to show these kids how to be subservient uh, to political choices. Pretty sickening experiment, I guess is what you'd call it. But I would say it's pretty much trying to bribe these kids into, uh, I guess, wanting to be a Democrat because they don't really know. Pretty sick situation. But she gets called out on it, and I'm glad to see it. So the California teacher allegedly had students do a mock vote for Trump or Harris. Those who voted for Harris are rewarded with a pizza party, while those who voted for Trump are not. And there's a couple of details in this story that are just wow. All right, here we go, folks. We're going to do it together.
This is normal for them to bring politics into school. Do you guys think this is normal for them to bring politics into school? And if they vote for, I live in California, by the way, but if you vote for Kamala Harris, then you're going to get a pizza party. But if you vote for Donald J. Trump, apparently you are excluded.
They said that my teacher was screaming at us saying...
Let me back that up a little bit. Apologize.
And if they vote for, I live in California, by the way, but if you vote for Kamala Harris, then you're going to get a pizza party. But if you vote for Donald J. Trump, apparently you are excluded.
They said that my teacher was screaming at us saying the other class was voting Trump, so they don't get to use the pimple patches, not the school supplies for the girls. They don't get to use the computers, the chargers, or the, what to call it, the scrunchies, the deodorant, or stuff like that.
Okay, so you guys don't get to use this stuff. It's okay.
So the kids that voted for Kamala Harris get a pizza party. No pizza for anybody else. Not even the other four classes. Or the kids in that class that voted for Trump. You'll see. But they're taking away access to computers, which I thought you're supposed to be able to use computers to learn in school. Access to cell phone chargers. That seems like an extra special privilege that they're only rewarding certain people with. That seems a little discriminatory, if you ask me. Very discriminatory the way they're handling this whole situation. Scrunchies, just different things. It sounds like these teachers are nitpicking these kids that aren't Kamala Harris supporters, and the rest of them are getting free pizza and a pass. That's what I'm hearing. Lack of access to resources, extra free stuff for the ones they play the game. Those that don't play the game, you get punished. Sad situation, folks. Here we go.
Okay, and then what was it about the pizza party?
That we don't get the pizza party because only the kids that only our class that voted Kamal get to eat the pizza party, but some of the kids didn't vote for Kamal, they voted for Trump.
So then what's gonna happen to them?
They're not gonna be included. Only the kids that voted for Kamal.
Hello.
So I had a couple questions for you. So I heard that Giselle told me that you had mentioned that the kids that are not going to attend the pizza party are the kids who voted other than Kamala.
Wait, say it again?
That you had told the class that whoever votes for Kamala will get a pizza party, but those that don't will not be included in the pizza party.
For Harris?
Yeah.
What period is your daughter in?
I am not sure.
So I believe only one period 5, had a majority for Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and to follow that same spirit, because the Democrats are more for feeding the hungry, free medical care, feed more services, just pay higher taxes, that I'll be willing to buy pizza for the class.
You see his logic there. Because Kamala Harris supports free stuff for everybody, you voted for Kamala Harris in their little tally, you get free stuff. See, the Republicans aren't the nice party. It's the Democrats that are the party of free stuff. Oh, that's this guy's logic, is why the other 4 classes and part of that class, no pizza for you.
Okay.
What did she say? Said
you are willing to buy pizza for the class for those who win with Harris, right?
For those that voted for Harris?
Yeah.
Is she in period 5? If she's not in period 5, we're just doing a regular day.
Oh, okay. So
if she's in period 5, it's the entire class.
Just what period are you with this teacher? 5. So she is in period 5.
Okay. So I'm going to try for tomorrow for pizza, if not Friday.
So the other classes, because they did not vote for Harris, they're not going to get pizza?
Yeah. Well, they can. They just do what the conservatives do, which pay for yourself.
Oh, he said the other kids can have pizza. They can do what the conservatives do. Pay for it out of their own pocket. You son of a bitch.
That's fine. Can I take some pizza for those other classes?
There you go.
For those other classes? What do you mean?
The ones that voted for Trump.
You can?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a little bit upset. I'm extremely upset, because if this was the other way around and I were to go to people's houses and I'm like, hey, do you want a bag of food? Who did you vote for? You know, like, this is not Cuba. Like that's not okay to do. You know, like,
I don't think Cuba, they have a right to vote, though.
Exactly. So if there's a right to vote in this country, we should be able to vote for whoever we want with no prices in return.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn. This dude is cold busted. He needs to lose his damn job for trying to mess with kids' mind, continue with the social experiment of trying to pervert these kids' mind to become Democrats through a bribery versus punishment. Make the choice. Us Democrats, because I'm a Democrat, we're going to give you free stuff if you just act like a Democrat, vote like a Democrat. If you grow up and you become a Democrat, you're on the free stuff party. Them other kids, they don't deserve any pizza. Their parents work for a living, pay their own bills, aren't looking for handouts. They don't deserve any handouts. Not even when it comes to pizza parties. These people are ridiculous. I'm glad Liz TikTok got this going, and almost 5 million views on it already. I hope this guy and the entire people in that school system, because it's not just his teacher. Every single teacher in that building knows what the heck is going on when some kids are getting pizza and some kids are not, and it's about voting. They know exactly what's going on. Trump needs to check into this as soon as he gets back into office and see why we got such hardcore activists pretending to be teachers.
Republicans who have been very supportive have been really supportive, and I really thank you for that. But I am glad that I got to cast my vote for Trump. This to me is bigger than Trump. This to me is really trying to get this country back together again, because oh gosh, it's been lost. We need to get it back. So I am happy that I got to vote today. I wouldn't change it for anything. So fellow Texans, early voting started today. You have up until November 1st. And get those votes in. Get them in. Let's get Trump back into the White House. Trump 2024.
Folks, this lady is absolutely right. We need to get out and vote, 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 vote. Get your friends to go vote. Carry people to the voting station if that's what it takes. Um, I'm just glad to know that the early voting has started and the Republicans have took the hint about early voting, and we're about tired all over the country. And then a big portion of the Republicans are going to vote on November 5th. That's when we will make it over the top, folks. That's when it'll be too big to rig, and we will take our country back.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build 'em up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on, if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but are none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Like, subscribe, and share to the Patriots. I hope everybody had a great day. Vote, vote, vote. That's all I got to say, folks. Get it done. And let me know in the comment section when you're voting, if you're voting, what state you're in. And if you're having any shenanigans in your plate in your state, please let me know in the comment section below. We'll put it on Twitter and blow it up together. All right, folks. Have a good one.